Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and a very good day. For this subject, SPS 280, Methodology of Sport Training and Coaching, we will present to you a periodization table of hockey. This presentation is presenting for Sir AIZZAT ADNAN. Before we go further, I will introduce to you our group member. First, Muhammad Azrul bin Lansani. Second, Akmal Fahana Nazwa binti Ahmad Fuad. Third, Nurin Nazwa binti Mat Adnan. Fourth, me, Amira Shahira binti Kasim. And the last one, Siti Khadijah binti Amran. Okay, now this is our periodization table. This is the annual plan training performance of hockey. So we choose from February 2021 until January 2022. So the training phases is divided into three, which is preparation, competition, and transition. Okay, next we will move to the sub-phases of training. So the training phases, the three training phases have their sub-phases of training. For the preparation, it divides into two, which is general preparation and specific preparation. For the competition, it also divides into two sub-phases, which is pre-competition and competition. While transition, the sub-phases is transition. Okay, the objective of general preparation is to developing players' work capacity, general physical preparation, and the improvement of technical aspect. Okay, in this general preparation, we will prepare our athlete for their stamina and also how they will face the annual plan of this season training. Okay, next, the specific preparation. The specific preparation is to develop a high level of physical conditioning, which will facilitate future training, develop, improve, and perfect technique. So it will be done of 3 months, which is May, June, and July. In this specific preparation, we will divide our athlete into a group and with their own position, such as striker, defender, and also goalkeeper. So in this specific preparation, we will teach them how to be in their position. Okay, next, competition. So pre-competition, the objective of pre-competition is participation in various unofficial or exhibition matches, so the coach can assess team level of preparation in all factors of training. So in this pre-competition, August and October, our athlete will go through the friendly match or mini match. In this pre-competition, August and October, the athlete will prepare for their real competition and they will get any experience for face the real competition. Okay, next, competition. The objective of competition is to increase the team potential to the optimum, thus facilitating superior performance in the main contest. So, in this competition, the coach will jot down what that they need to improve for the next season. So he or she can see which player need to improve or what are the technique and the plan for the next season. Okay, the last one, January. Transition. The objective of transition is facilitate psychological rest, relaxation, compile the plan for the next season. Okay, this is for the athlete to take their rest, but they need also to do exercise to maintain the stamina. And for the coach and the manager team, they need to sit down and they need to discuss what are the plan for the next season competition. Okay, I think that's all for my part, and this presentation will be continued by my group member. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I am Nur Najwa and I will continue with macro cycle. So for introduction a little bit, macro cycle is derived from the Greek words which is macros. So macros is the meaning of something large. So based on the table, macro cycle is representing months in this table. So based on the table also, the annual plan training starts in February 2021 until January 2022. So for each month, we have a specific training schedule for our hockey athletes. Okay, so we will be moving forward to the first month. So during the general preparation, the first and second month, which is February and March, we are focusing on athletes' anatomical adaptation. So it is an initial phase to prepare the coordination of the athletes as the base before moving forward for the next phase of training. So this is necessary to prevent the injury of the athletes in the next phase. So in these 2 months also, we are focusing on basic speed for SAQ, and since our athletes starts the training after a long rest due to COVID, basic speed training drills are important as it is one of the elements you have to master in hockey sport. So we will be moving forward to the third month, which is April, and in April for strength, the athletes will be training for hypertrophy. So it is a hypertrophy phase for our athletes, and this is to improve and grow their muscles. So in this phase, athletes will be spending more time in gym training or weight training, and the athletes ensure they can avoid injury as they have prepared it 2 months earlier in the anatomical adaptation, and they will be preparing for maximum strength phase training. So before going to maximum strength phase training, they will be preparing their body in the hypertrophy phase to prevent injury. So in these 2 months, our athletes will be trained for basic injury. So in April and also May, our hockey athlete will be training for basic agility, and this is to improve their footworks. So in this phase, they will be doing drills training as it is an effective way to start with for their agility fitness. And for aerobic, the athletes will be focused on aerobic capacity from February until the May, and it is to build their stamina after some time of rest. Well, and the athletes, it is possible for the athlete stamina to reduce during the rest time, and this is to build up their stamina again during the aerobic capacity. So it takes for our athletes, it takes 4 months to build up aerobic capacity, because we are taking it slowly to get a great and good cardiorespiratory outcome. So this is important to the athlete as hockey game is in a long duration of time, which is need a much stamina. So next is for June and July. So moving forward to June and July, here we are making the athletes training for maximum strength and power. So after the athletes have gone hypertrophy phase and sustained strength phase, they will be doing maximum strength in June. So maximum strength is important to our athletes because if they do not train this, they are not available to do power training as severe injury might happen during the training. So maximum strength is important before we are moving forward to power phase training. So in this phase, athletes will be training lifting weight and with heavier loads than usual during the maximum strength. So the next month is where the power training is be done by the athletes. So this is the peak of strength after months of strength training. So power also important to our hockey athletes because there are some of explosive movements that athletes execute in the field, such as slap hit, which is when the athlete needs to have the good momentum to give the ball or to pass the ball to further team members and in a fast reaction. So for the SAQ, which is we decided to go with specific speed during the specific preparation for June and July. So during June and July, the specific speed training is being done, and this will be specific for hockey sport. So all the training they are doing for speed during this month is that the drills that we have considered as a good training for our athletes to improve their technique and so on. So next for August and September, this is the conversion to power and muscular endurance. So this is when the athletes train for power and muscular endurance during the pre-competition phase. So this is important to athletes as they are applying power and endurance during the game. For example, in hockey, they are dribbling the ball and making many slap hits. And from June until September, aerobic power is also trained by the athlete. This is to improve their VO2 max, and it is also one of the important elements since hockey is a long period game. So maintaining aerobic power is really helpful for the athletes during the game and throughout the game until the game is finished. And lastly, for the 3 months during competition phase, here in competition season. So the athletes will be maintaining their strength, SAQ, and also aerobic training so that they can give an optimum performance during the game. So this phase is they will be focusing on maintaining their training and also focusing on the game. So after that, the last month of from the annual plan is the January 2022. This is where the athletes take rest but not stopping from training. So which is the training will be continued, but the intensity, the reps, and so on are more lighter and more lesser than their usual training. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera to Sir AIZZAT. My name is Muhammad Azrul bin Lansani. So today I will continue the presentation of my group, and for my part I will present about microcycle. As we can see, the annual plan is start from February until January. This annual plan also take 48 weeks to complete. So we can see on this table, this is the final week for the training program for hockey player. So now I will show you the training program on April, which is week 9 to 12 as an example. So in this table we have day training objective, daily training intensity, and training activity. We start from Monday, which is the training objective is to improve aerobic capacity, and the daily training intensity is 60%, and the training activity is aerobic training. The next day is improve athletes footwork, which is include 70% of intensity, and the training activity is agility training. The next day is to build body strength, which is includes 60% of intensity, and the training activity is weight training. Next day is to improve and maintain athletes footwork, and the intensity is 65%, and the training activity is agility on field training. After that, Friday, the objective is to improve and maintain aerobic capacity, and the intensity is 70%, and the training activity is running. For Saturday, the objective is to improve skill and technique. The intensity is 70%, and the training activity is match play. For Sunday, the athlete required to rest after 6 days of training. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi sir, my name is Ahmad Farhana Najwa binti Ahmad Fuad. In this video, I will explain to you introduction and warming up session in the lesson plan for hockey players. All players must know the proper technique every single exercise to prevent and avoid any further injury while doing the exercise. Basically, all the movement in the warming up session are suitable to increase the heart rate beats before the players start the main activity. So all the players must achieve at least 120 beats per minute of heart rate before they start the main activity to make sure their breathing and heartbeats are in control. Now I will explain briefly about the sequence of warming up session for hockey players. We will divide the warming up session into two parts, which is static and dynamic. First of all, do neck circles for 30 seconds clockwise and counterclockwise. Follow with shoulder rotation backwards 30 seconds and frontward 30 seconds. Next is arm circle, also 30 seconds backward and 30 seconds frontward. Make sure while doing this exercise, your arms are straight to feel the effect of exercise. So last exercise for static warm-up is hip rotation. This exercise must do 30 seconds clockwise and 30 seconds counterclockwise. For dynamic warm-up, we have 4 exercises. All the exercises must do 30 seconds each to increase their heart rate pace. First is high knee jump, second is jumping squat, third is scatter hook, and lastly walking lunges. All the movement focus to all body muscle because it helps in increasing the player's heart rate. So that's all for warming up session. We will proceed to the main activity exercise, which is more challenging part in lesson plan. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Siti Hadijah binti Amran. My ID matrix is 2020919553. So for my part, I will present about the main activity and cooling down of lesson plan. So for main activity, this is weight training to build body strength for the hockey player. Okay, so for the first exercise is push up. Okay, so push up is require upper body strength, core and also lower body stabilization. So hockey player do this core exercise daily because they work the arms and keep the core strong. So by doing this for 1 minute per set can really help to keep the core strong. Okay, so next is a squat pass. So the squat pass activate your glutes and hamstring while specifically targeting the quadricep of the front of your upper legs. So do this for 1 minute and then until reach the tricep. So next is burpees, as they refer to, are a great full body workout for any level hockey player. So it will work everything from your legs to your arm and to your cardio. Okay, so for the mountain climbers, are great for building cardio endurance, core strength and agility. So it works several different muscle group with mountain climbers. So it almost like getting a total body workout with just one exercise. If you do it for, if you complete for the 3 set. Okay, so next is a rotational jack. So it's a twist on a jumping jack, which is a good way to kick off the workout and get your heart rate and muscle you warm. And then the plank reach under. Okay, so why we choose a plank reach under? Because plank are a basic exercise that provide full body benefits. Adding the reach under targets your core even more. Okay, so it used in a sport like hockey. Then do it for 1 minute per set. It really can strengthen your hips, lower back, abdomen, can improve your body balance. Okay, next is flutter kick. So flutter kick can activate your hip flexor muscle, so lower back muscle, while targeting your lower abdominal muscle more than the other core workout. So with proper form, flutter kick can increase your heart rate, promoting cardiovascular health. So last but not least, for the main activity we choose is the hockey player can do split squat, where this exercise can help to build body strength for hockey player. Okay, so hockey player usually have a tight hips, which squatting can help increase hip mobility to going to full tilt. Okay, so next let's proceed to the which is for by doing this weight training, they can reach for 130 beats per minute. Okay, so the most important note for this lesson plan for main activity is prepare the stopwatch, prepare and use a yoga mat, and then rest 10 seconds before continue to the next exercise, and also rest 10 seconds before you proceed to another set. Okay, then while doing the exercise, breathing properly and make sure you feel the muscle stretch. Okay, so last but not least, for the cooling down. Okay, so we can start by doing a light walking. Okay, a beginner to exercise should start with brisk walking, progress to jogging or workout to running. So for this cooling down, light walking for 3 minutes is good for hockey player after the game. Okay, so body shakes are part of cooling down. Okay, so it can process after particularly challenging workout. So you can shake all your body for 45 seconds because it can relax your muscle. Okay, then standing quad stretch is can activate the muscle, stimulate blood flow, and can increase your short-term range of motion and flexibility. Okay, so next is side bend stretch, is exercise that stretch and strengthen the intercostal muscle. So they are the muscle between the ribs. So by doing this for 13 seconds, it can really help support the ribs. Okay, so next is arm cross shoulder stretch. So you will feel this stretch in your shoulder and upper back. So it will help you to with upper body flexibility. Okay, so and next is overhead tricep stretch. It can help to relieve muscle tension and aid in injury recovery. So tricep stretch can improve flexibility also and lengthen muscle and increase range of motion. And then it can help to prevent tight muscle. So lastly is a chest cross arm swing. Okay, so where you combine with side step or walking in place, this is a great way to keep the heart rate elevated slightly, so it can more effectively push waste product to the kidneys and liver while taxing your body. So by doing this cooling down for 30 seconds, it really can make sure that participants are all cool down and can prevent injuries. So they must do this cooling down properly while breathing properly, and after done all the exercise and cooling down, you can drink water after cooling down. So to conclude is the cooling down, if the hockey player do, they can reach the 90 beats per minute for the heart rate. So I think that's all from my part. Thank you for lending me your ears and eye on my presentation. Thank you.